All right, got some food, and so here where we left off. All right, so let's continue on. I kind of just moved all my oil pastels back over here. And let's see, we're almost done. I just want to do some final few things here, and then we're going to be done with this. So I'm kind of picking at it, but I know that we're very close. I'm going to take a little bit more of this yellow, and I really want to enhance more of this light. Excuse me, I got the sniffles. Okay. Ate some spicy food, and it's kind of like now running down my face. I'm just touching very just kind of carefully, just getting a little bit more light into the scene using this yellow, and kind of hitting the edge of that. Man, nose is runny. Okay, let's bring a little bit more of a green. I don't know if I can get actual color down anymore. It's pretty thick right in there. This is a harder consistency, so we need a different green. Which means you need to go with a softer, like a sen. There's a soft, see how that just lays down. Okay, just bring in a little bit of highlight. And I'm going to bring in a white, and I'm really going to brighten up the sky a little bit more with this white. So I'm going to kind of, where this gray was, I'm going to kind of come in with a white and kind of just brighten up things in the sky just a little bit, just a degree. And so I'm just going to take the white and just kind of carefully get in between these leaves here. Okay, and just kind of work in, and then this is a Neo Pastel white, and in my opinion it is the second best white out there. Number one would be Sennelier. Sennelier makes the softest, most opaque white, and it's actually brighter. It looks brighter because it's so opaque than the Neo Pastel. But this is the second best white for our oil pastels that I feel is available. Okay, I should have wiped my nose before I started my video. All right. Just kind of get that in there, and it's more towards the the horizon, I guess. It's not really up in here. Just kind of brighten up the sky just a little, bring a little bit more light to that background. And then I'm going to take I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to take this light ultramarine or lavender, and I'm going to go over the green here in a very, very soft. I'm just depositing a very thin layer over the background here to really push more of that back. And so I can take this lavender and just very gently rub that in. And that changes the value of these colors, and it kind of, grays them out a little bit more, and it therefore pushes these colors back just a little farther. I'm also trying to get a sense of like, fog, or kind of a misty atmosphere, kind of a hazy, foggy. And so just taking this lavender, now it's very subtle change. It's not very dramatic at all, but very slowly you can start to see a shift in the strength of the color. And so it just kind of helps kind of mute it back in there. Okay. See how I'm doing that? I'm just kind of, it's very light. Like I'm just very touching that surface there. There's already a lot of colors there. I don't really want to mix. I'm kind of trying to deposit on the top there. Okay. So not a big change, but you see gradually as I keep adding a little bit of a layer, it kind of turns slowly. Okay, and then you can bring in a dark, kind of cut in a little bit of dark to even make that transition a little bit more dramatic. And then we can bring in a light here, kind of light up where that tree, really strong light. Okay, you can see that effect, how that works. Right, you got the strong color and then the very faded, very muted, kind of grayed out, kind of bluish background back in there. And that's really all that is. And then there is a trick that I've learned that if you take a brush, something like this, it's got kind of these stiff kind of bristles here, right? And you can use this to actually do the same thing, but you're softening the edges by doing this, and you're changing the value of these colors back in here. You're just kind of softening out that back part. Okay, so you're kind of mixing the colors slightly back in here by doing this, and then the texture and the color of the foreground then really pops. It really comes out against that muted, kind of foggy-ish background here. Now I can do this effect with paper. You can do it on any surface with oil pastels. The trick is that you have to have a good layer amount of colors already down and blend it into the surface, and then you just take a light lavender. You can use a gray as well, or any kind of like a grayish lavender or a grayish yellow or just a gray, and you can kind of create mist. Okay, so just try it out in your works and see how that works for you guys. Kind of bring a little bit of color back. Sometimes you can rub too much color off, and then you're gonna kind of come back at it and kind of deposit again. Right, because I want some color. I just want it to be really faded back. And it looks pretty good. I should probably just leave it alone, honestly. But I like to tinker. I like to really fine tune and really come up with like awesome looking painting. Pretty much done. I'm really just kind of poking. Bring some more of this nice bright marmalade orange. That's what I call it. I call it a marmalade orange color. Kind of bring some of that. Maybe this one here has got a couple sun hits on that, couple of spots there. All right, so we're pretty much done, guys. I want to thank you all for watching and your support. You guys watching me and your comments and how it's helping you and maybe suggestions. I'm open to the suggestions. I know a lot of folks, or not a lot of folks, but there's been some folks who don't like my viewing angle. They'd rather have the camera out here on third person rather than here first person. And I understand it can get really confusing maybe, and maybe I move around too much so it looks a little, maybe get a little dizzy or something, but I like the first person because I can do this and I can get real close and you can actually see up close what I'm doing, which I think is helpful for oil pastel. But yeah, just appreciate you guys watching and being patient with me. I wish I could be doing some more videos here. I've just been busy with just work and some commissions that I've been working on, and so haven't had time to really dedicate myself to creating YouTube videos. That, and because my upload speeds are pretty slow, so it takes me a while to upload stuff, and so that kind of distracts me. Tends to don't want to spend my whole day babysitting the computer. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna just put it down for a little bit. I think we're gonna call this good. I got everything that I intended to do and wanted to do. The light on here is perfect. I think it's really working. Got really strong color texture, and it really fades out. And we got a nice light coming in here. And if you look at the reference picture, you can see how it's so different. I mean, it's similar, but you see it's very different. I just always like to change the light up a little bit. Took elements out of here that I really liked, and then just kind of changed up the light a little bit. Made it a little bit more dramatic, I think. So, get some up close texture. You can see the texture up close, really thick in a few areas there. You can see the grain still in the cork. All the different colors I use for the foliage. And cork tile. It is a really enjoyable surface to work on with oil pastels. I find it really easy to get certain effects. And the texture, the way the texture enhances oil pastel, it makes these kind of this impressionistic feel, and I really like that look. So, all right, so there's my palette. I pretty much use all of these in the painting in some fashion. Gets pretty messy and dirty. Some of these I gotta go back and clean all these up and get ready for my next painting. But use some greens, a lot of grays. Nice good variety of color here, and it all made it in there. So let's go ahead and sign this bad boy. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and like, and I appreciate comments. All comments, I appreciate that. And if this is helpful, just let me know. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and sign this one. I like to use orange. So for 2020, I'm using this orange gold color for all signatures. So for 2021, I use a different color, but it's real simple. I just make an R, make an A, and a period. And then I take my thumb and I press into it. Oop, I pressed a little bit too much. We got to do that again. So it pretty much just came right off. But yeah, I'm putting my fingerprints in my work. Oh, now it's all screwed up. So, take the stump, make it go away. So texture that it's hard to actually get. Good enough. And then there we go, my fingerprint. Put my fingerprint in different spots too. Right, because RA is pretty easy to duplicate, but my fingerprint is one of a kind. All right, guys. Appreciate your watching and everything, and this was fun. We'll do some more videos hopefully soon, right? All right, guys, appreciate it. Have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Happy holidays. Hope you all are well. Your families are doing okay. Hope you're doing okay. Thinking about 2020 and what that's been for all of us here. So just hang in there, right? All right, guys. Till next time. Bye.